Dricus Du Plessis versus Sean Strickland. First off, leading in, right? You have the press conference. A bunch of people calling for the event to be canceled after Sean Strickland goes on a little rant.
I love
But
there's some girl on Twitter that's like trying to cancel the whole event but just trolling everybody and like but she disabled replies, so like people are trying to like but she's just it's so funny, dude.
oh, that is hilarious.
Uh,
But the crowd seemed very behind Strickland last night.
Dude, he has this thing where no matter where he goes, he gets the audience on his side. You think from the outside looking in, you would think that this guy is only a star in America. But then he goes to Australia and gets the entire country to turn on Izzy. Then he goes to Canada and just converts everybody to be massive. Like he's just say what you will about what he says. I'm not personally a fan of some of his viewpoints and stuff like that, but the guy brings people with him and he gets them to turn over to his side. Like he's infectious. He really
Do you think
is.
it's just because he's so honest and so blunt, and we're not used to seeing that anymore these days? That it's
Yeah,
almost like an
maybe.
endearing quality.
Could be. It's like it's weird because like you could be saying the most vile shit, but it's still somehow endearing a little
And then
bit.
you're like, he's adorable.
Yeah, he's regions is very close fight. I did think Sean won due to accuracy, but he added $5 to that comment, and that is awesome, dude. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
This morning,
Shout out. Thank you so much.
dude.
So with Sean Strickland, we already know what he's gonna do, right? It's not like we're
Yeah,
like, ooh, I wonder if he's gonna use his wrestling this time. Oh, he's gonna go heavy leg kicks, I think, because of Du Plessis' stance.
mhm.
No, he's gonna come out, he's gonna try to box your face off, right? His jab was so good last night, man. It's like
A
a piston.
piston. Whew.
Pa, pa,
Look at this.
just over and over.
Yeah.
Did you see my hand? Not quite as fast, but
We should have that punch sound effect. We need a soundboard.
we do need a soundboard. It's part of the evolution of starting the fight. Pretty soon we'll have a
Yeah.
soundboard. We have all these cool things.
Hey, you guys
man,
keep donating $5 like Ganscow and Regen. Soundboard might be on its way.
yeah, we've
shirt's
already said
very cool.
any money
We
we
don't
make
make
in the
any money.
beginning is all going to go towards making the podcast better. So,
Yeah.
but no, so good, right? And he just continues walking people down. But in this case, it seemed like he was off his back foot a little more often than he was against Izzy. Izzy was nonstop pressure pushing forward.
Well, the reason for that is because Izzy's a counter striker.
Yes.
Izzy's not going to move forward, so he allows Sean to dictate the pace and then the octagon control. But Dricus is the opposite. Dricus is a guy who blitzes in every single time he fights. So it's like that's what I was so interested in this matchup. Austin says, honestly, they both suck as people. I'm just happy they beat the fuck out of each other. Honestly, am I insane for thinking this fight was kind of a hot mess? Didn't really get me hype. I don't know. I get where you're coming from because, Sean kind of only jabs and Dricus leads with, he has such weird mechanics that he makes every fight messy. But there's a method to the madness. And that's what I've come to learn since the Robert Whittaker fight because it does look sloppy as hell. It is a hot mess every single time he fights, but he's effective, And I think going into this, I was like, all right, Sean, he's a pressure guy. He walks forward. He's jabbing. When you attack him, he leans back. He frames off your punches. He's very good at defending. He's very good at getting his head out of the way. And he's also very good at that front kick to the body. The front kick to the body in the Izzy fight was instrumental. It's one of the best things he did. Yeah, the teep to the body. And I was like, if there's a guy who's blitzing you like Dricus does, the best weapon against that, whoa, look at that.
Oh,
Rich,
perfect timing,
is the teep
Rich.
kick. That
Rich
front
is so
kick to the
good.
body, dude, is so good to stop someone's forward pressure. But I was like, is he going to throw this fight? Because Dricus mixes in his takedowns so well.
That kick aged Dricus by like 10 years. Look at that.
I know,
Look at his face.
It's crazy.
Oh my
God.
God.
But I was like, dude, the front kick is a perfect weapon against somebody who blitzes like that. But Dricus is so good at mixing in takedowns. He's not just a striker. And he's so good on the ground that is he going to be worried about throwing that front kick as often as he did against Izzy? Because Izzy, you don't have to worry about him catching the leg, taking you down, stuff like that. And he largely ditched it after the first round. Dricus took him down at the end of the first, and he really didn't. He threw it maybe twice for the rest of the entire fight because that threat of the takedown is there. And part of what makes Sean so hard to hit with the hands is that he leans back so much and his feet are so close together that he can move back. But the downside of that is it's a bad stance to defend takedowns. He stands so upright. He leans back behind his hips. It's easy to take someone down like that. And we kind of saw that with Dricus. It's the first guy we've seen shoot on Sean successfully and go back to that well and not give up on it. I thought that was a big wrinkle into it. I thought going into this fight, Dricus's strong points exploit Sean's weaknesses. And vice versa. I thought Sean's strong points exploit Dricus's weaknesses. Because you think Dricus has a bad gas tank. The teep kick to the body is going to zap that. The blitzing from Dricus, the teep kicks will block that as well. But the threat of the takedown, I think, ultimately is what ended up getting the win here for Dricus, because he took away some of Sean's game, like the teep kick, like the footwork. He really stopped him from being able to use all his weapons, which he's kind of needs to do because he doesn't really follow up with the shoulder rolls. Sometimes he'll pop the jabs, sometimes he'll throw the two, but a lot of times he evades, and then he resets. And he never really counters and capitalizes on those slips. You know what I mean? And I think that's ultimately what dropped this one for Strickland. We got a bunch.
How
of
did you score it?
I had Strickland. I thought was an easy round one.
Yep, that's what
Strickland.
I had.
Gansco says I agreed with Anthony Smith and Strickland 1, 2, 3, and 5. I had Dricus winning 2, 3, and 4.
Me too.
I had Sean winning 1 and 5.
I gave 1 and 5 to Sean.
Yeah,
I did. Okay. But yeah, the comments are blowing up right now. A lot of folks have different views on how the fight went down. God, this is what makes the podcast so fun.
Yeah, it really does. Regen talking about the accuracy of Sean Strickland. Very good. 41% of 223 or 233, while Du Plessis had 37 out of 197. Yeah, I mean, Sean landed more punches. He landed more strikes. But the issue is, for me, with Sean is he got taken down multiple times. It didn't lead to much, but he still got taken down, and effective grappling is a criteria.
Yes.
And he largely, outside of the teep kicks in the first round, it was just his 1-2 for most of the fight to the head, whereas Drick was just going legs, going body, going head. You know, he was diversifying the attacks, which I think also effective striking is being able to land on any part of the body. And I thought Dricus did a good job on that. It was
it's one of those fights where if they would have given it to Strickland, I would have been like, okay, like I see it.
Dude, going into the fifth round, I was like, Dricus is either up by 1, or it's either 3-1 right now, or it's 2-2. I thought that second round was so close.
Yeah.
I thought it was so close.
Yeah.
That one it's a coin flip. I need to rewatch it, but live I had Dricus winning that second round, but it was very, very close. But like you said, if they gave it to Sean, I mean, Sal D'Amato gave it to Sean.
Yeah. Then I
thought it was very close.
It's very rare close that I agree with Sal D'Amato. And in this one, I was like, I could see it.
Yeah. Tosi says, how about them Cowboys?
I'm leaving right now. I am leaving right now. God.
Yeah.
Watching the playoffs from home with the Steelers. I'll tell you that, Toasty.
That's his team.
That is his team.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not mad about the decision. It was close, and I like them both. Yeah, and Austin says DDP's power is what swayed it for me. Yeah, exactly. Once he started landing those crazy looping shots, that's when he started kind of beating him up a little bit, and Sean kept leaning back. Sean kind of like, he was okay just defending, and he really struggled to get his offense going more than just the jab. Yeah. There was a lull in the middle of the fight where he kind of just like, I don't know. And Dricus just got closer, and eventually bloodies him up, takes him down. It's a bad look for the judges if you're getting taken down. You get up and now your face is bleeding and you're wiping it and it's like bothering you. Like, it was a very close fight and I really, really liked it. But yeah, I had Dricus winning.
Yeah, me too. Okay.
Hey, shout out Keith.
Oh, Keith is joining us, huh? Shout out to Keith. All right. Anything else?
Well,
what's
yeah.
Next?
I mean, what do you do now? Yeah, what do you do now?
Right.
I think they'll do.
That's a solid picture there.
Yeah, it's a cool picture.
For anybody just listening, highly recommend hopping on YouTube to see the pictures that are shared as well. Fantastic night of pictures.
Yeah, I think I don't know what's next for Sean. He's going to be hard to beat for a lot of guys. I think it takes someone special to beat him at this point. Like Tosi just said, I think they'll try to do Izzy versus Dricus for 300.
But didn't Dricus say like he was trying to like be ready to go for 300. He's like, if I didn't take too much damage, but it looks like I'm gonna have to wait or something like that. He said during his
Maybe, but
post-fight interview.
it's the night of. We'll see. You know.
Got it.
We'll-
Got it.
We're gonna skip a lot of
getting
fights.
votes. We're getting votes coming in to skip the co-main event. Why?
I wonder why.
Why?
But yeah, we can
So
move
funny.
on. I think you do Izzy versus Du Plessis. I don't know what's next for Sean, but I like Izzy versus Du Plessis. That's a fun fight, man. That's a really fun fight.
Hey everybody, Romero and Will here. Thank you so much for watching that short clip. It's just a small clip of what we covered this last Sunday.
Yeah, if you want to check out the full fight card recap, the link is in the description, and it's going to be on screen at the end here. And don't forget to go back and watch our fighter interviews that we have. And don't forget to tune in live every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern, and you can join in on the fun.
Yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Goes a long way. All right, everybody, thanks for watching that short clip from Story of the Fight.